Over 1,000 years there's been a settlement or dwelling here at Embley. I suspect the most famous resident is the Nightingale family. Florence's dad having bought the place. As I understand it, they wanted a warm, more comfortable environment that they thought Hampshire afforded them. So certainly for significant chunks of the year, they deserted Derbyshire and headed south and entertained themselves, and I think the great and the good, not just of Hampshire, but also of the sort of intellectual circle, the cultural circle around London and so forth. So they're very much sort of, entertaining and engaged players in what was quite a rich 19th century drama. So we see ourselves very much as sort of stewards of the tradition that she represents. I think that there's a radical dimension to Florence, and it's a radical dimension that's linked to effective social change brought on the back of reasoned, data-driven, evidence-based research. And on the face of it, that mightn't sound the most appealing thing to youngsters and so forth, but the work that she went on to do on the back of that, I think, is significant. I also think it's significant that there's a spiritual dimension which probably deserves a little bit greater amplification. That there was a calling that she responded to, and that calling wasn't about, enriching her own life. It was actually about enriching the lives of others. And that's something that it's a real cornerstone of what we do at Embley today. That the best things in life don't come out of a billfold. You won't find them at the bottom of your pocket. And happiness comes in enriching the lives of others. So that's really the real key to everything that we do here for the children. This is just a stunningly beautiful place to be. I say that with a degree of humility because I think actually, every head's going to talk about their school as being a stunningly beautiful place to be, but on 130 acres of Hampshire parkland, largely looked after by the Nightingale family and set up and so forth. And that beauty, the sense of that beauty actually allows, I think it gives you, it kind of opens up your mind, it opens up the possibility of creativity, it inspires the children who come here, certainly inspires me. The other thing I probably mention is that there is a profound sense of stewardship as well, that as any head serves their office, they pass through. And I'm certainly humbled by the fact that I sit in a space that Florence's dad sat in. I sit in a room where they taught and learned Greek and Latin and mathematics together. We sit in this space where she would have sat and read. And the heritage, the sense of responsibility, of the tradition, of the sense of social empowerment and engagement that she had, that can't but touch all of the people who come into the space. And then of course there is the secret door and all the quirks and idiosyncrasies of the house the children just love. It was set up by William Nightingale, original feature when they did some revamping of the house. It's brought out to best effect at Christmas when some children from the prep school come up. They write their letters to Santa Claus and then kind of giving a secret away now. So any viewers of this will have to keep it to themselves. So just between you and me. But they're not aware the door is there, and indeed it blends into the bookcase, and casual glance you would notice. So there's a great reveal when the door is open, much to the surprise and delight of the children.